Double Take is a podcast where two of us will face off in a takeoff, discussing and debating our hottest takes on a new topic every week. This week, Nate and Christian will be taking on men's hygiene. Nate, you've got the floor.
Manscaping is dumb.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
Look.
Okay.
I have been bombarded. I repeat, bombarded with so many ads around.
What does your search history look like?
No.
You realize that these ads come from your web activity.
Nothing. Okay. All they know is they're saying this is a man. He's a millennial. He's in a maybe trying to figure out what he is again. Okay.
And he's going through a quarter life crisis. He's checking all the boxes for a quarter life crisis.
Okay. Also, I mean, if you Google shorn men more than once, that's what you're going to get. I mean, you're kind of asking for it.
Okay, you guys totally know what I mean, though. Okay, manscaping is on a huge rise in the United States. They're telling me to shave every last piece of my body, and I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so just manscaping, the definition we're using for this is shaving completely. It's not trimming. It's not managing expectations.
I think manscaping...
It's not managing length. It's just gone.
Can I, create a definition here? I don't know if it's true. I think manscaping includes three aspects: trimming, shaving, and waxing.
Plucking.
And plucking. Very good point.
Okay.
So in order of craziness, I think trimming is the least crazy. Plucking is the second least crazy. Then it's shaving, and then waxing is just dumbass crazy.
Totally agree. Here's the thing, though. I am a man's man, and I just say let it grow. Okay, and sure, a little trim here and there, fine. But if you're a man and you've got hair, then let it be known that you're a man.
If you look back at history and some of the greatest men that have ever lived, there is one commonality, and only one.
Chest hair.
Chest hair. No, it's like no one's thinking like I bet Moses kept it high and tight. Like Abraham Lincoln. Do you think Abraham Lincoln was like trimming up the thigh hairs a little bit, like keeping it?
But how much of that how much was Moses or Abraham Lincoln just a victim of circumstance? They didn't have battery operated trimmers.
That's
true. They could just bring with them
that's
to
a
very
good point.
But here's the thing, guys.
To Gettysburg.
Are you trimming?
Martha, what should I pack? I'm not George Washington.
Here's the thing. Are you manscaping for you, or is it for your significant other? If your significant other is saying, you know what, I prefer you bald on the chest, wherever it may be, on the arms and legs, or wherever else you might be manscaping,
Can you imagine your significant other is being like, hey, I prefer you bald on the arms. Specifically the arms. Everything else is good, let it ride, but I need those arms silky smooth. It's just not happening.
No, I totally...
Okay, then why do people shave their arms?
Can I number one, they're crazy. Number two, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I kind of think this, when you talk about the midlife crisis, I think you're onto something. I think this is a little bit of like married couples getting a little bit bored with their sex life and just wanting to try something new.
Okay. Interesting.
That's a hot take. But like, do you think they're just like, man, this is getting a little bit, the same, making love to a grizzly bear. Let's try making love to an armadillo. And just see if like something changes with friction or something magical, and it doesn't. All it does is make you look like less of a man.
Yeah, but I mean, you try that once and it doesn't work, and let it grow.
The other problem that I feel like with manscaping, or I feel like it, in my opinion, is the weirdest, the most difficult part of it, is like it takes forever. Like getting ready and just shaving your face is already a hindrance. Like, can you imagine being like, oh, got to shave the whole body? Like, that's going to take you, if you do it with a razor, it's taking you 2 hours and like 10 razors.
Yeah, but the first time, but after that, if you keep a regular cadence, I feel like it doesn't take that long.
No, but the problem is that you're keeping a regular cadence, which means you're doing it over and over again.
Sure.
If you're wasting 30 minutes a week manscaping, you could have really put that to good work.
I feel really sorry for my good buddy Brendan Smith. Shout out Brendan, partner of mine.
How come? Because of his amount of hair, or because of his amount?
Brennan was shaving his back when he was like 13.
Oh my goodness!
In fact, I did it once for him.
That is
I don't know what's happening today, Brennan. Maybe Hannah has taken over for that job, but I don't know. It is a lot of work. It would be a lot of work.
Let's say your son, at 13 years old, has a hairy back. What are you going to do? You're going to tell him just to let it ride?
I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to say, son, be proud that you're a man.
Yeah, God made you this way.
Chicks dig the hairy man.
Now,
do 13-year-old chicks dig a hairy 13-year-old?
Absolutely.
More than ever. Are you kidding me? Because they're looking at all these prepubescent children that have nothing. They don't look like men. And then they see one Woody Woodward. Do you know, like, Woody Woodward, he looked like an ogre, but he got so much action in 7th grade because he had, like, the slightest bit of back hair. And women were like, oh, I want that.
I don't think they were looking at the back hair and saying,
okay,
oh,
no,
baby.
but they just saw the whole package of his entire body. And they're like, oh, that's a man. And they wanted that. And more than ever is when they were younger.
Okay, but why are people doing it now? We're all close to,
because,
30, mid-30s here.
Yeah, because the icons... we already talked about this. Icons of our parents' age were Neil Diamond, Chuck Norris. Those were like men, and people idolized that and modeled after them. Today, we're being shown images of like Adam Levine and the dude from Coldplay. And like that's what like a man is today, and it's emasculating, and people try to model their life after that, and their look after that.
What are some body parts that are... what am I trying to say here?
What is the most
egregious manscaped body part?
Arms.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have to agree with that. I remember a guy I used to work with shaved his arms, and I was standing next to him once, and he did not shave that day or for the past couple days. Our arms brushed up against each other, and it was like
spooning a porcupine.
It was unbelievable how pokey it was and how just uncomfortable that was for me.
And that's the problem, because women, he may have had his wife who said, oh, like, I like it shaved. I like the way it feels. I like the way it feels in the sheets.
Oh my God.
And then he does it, and that night, it's wonderful. It's great. It's high and dandy. But literally the next night, she's being rubbed and poked like with sandpaper all over herself.
Speaking of sheets, though, have you guys ever shaved your legs and slipped into a clean pair of sheets?
It's not bad.
It is unbelievable.
It is a nice thing to feel
for one night.
Yeah. And then you wake up the next day, you're itchy as heck.
Yeah, it's the cocaine of men's hygiene.
Once you start, you can't stop.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, there's that high, but then the next day,
yeah,
what happens after cocaine happens. That's,
yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. Can I say what's the most appropriate to manscape?
Sure. Nose hairs.
No. Okay. Nose hairs.
Ear hair. Oh, sorry, I'll let you go.
No, those are all good. I'm changing my thought. No, I was gonna say eyebrows.
Okay.
If anyone's ever seen me before, I look like Groucho Marx, right? Groucho Marx. My eyebrows have eyebrows, and since I was a young age, I was plucking my eyebrows every day, and even today, I pluck my eyebrows every other day. If I didn't, I'd have a unibrow.
You pluck in between your brows.
I pluck in between my eyebrows every other day.
Every other day,
at least.
Wow.
Christian, I challenge you: 2 weeks, no pluck. Let's see what happens.
I'll have a unibrow, and like it. I think that's probably one of the most unattractive thing on a man with hair. Who's the most attractive man with a unibrow that you've ever seen?
I can only think of one man with a unibrow.
Yeah,
and that's Anthony Davis.
No girls going to the bar and being like, "Oh, that boy's so cute," and their friend's like, "Which one?" It's like, "Oh, the one with the unibrow." Like, it's just not something that anyone's ever desired.
I think that we can all agree upon that.
Sure. Yeah.
So
that's fair.
We're allowing manscaping
So manscaping of the face, fine.
Neck down,
let it grow.
Okay, so what, in order of egregiousness, what's the worst body part to manscape?
Okay, we got arms first.
Arms.
Arms, legs.
Arms, legs. What if you're a swimmer? What if you earn a living with your body?
Then fine, do it.
No, there's no way.
Nobody earns a living by swimming.
Has anyone ever
other than Michael
scientifically
Phelps and Olympians?
Has anyone ever proved that hair slows you down?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. I don't know the stats. I can't spew it off, but yeah, it does.
I think it makes sense. Like Brendan Smith might be losing a couple seconds, but I think for most people, there's no way. And honestly, sacrificing your manhood is not worth 0.5 seconds in like a 20-meter dash, or whatever they call it, swimming.
All right.
So my question is, how did armpits just escape the wrath of the electric shaver or the razor?
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I've never done it.
Because you go to a pool, you see a guy with absolutely no hair on his chest, no hair on his back, no hair on his legs, yet somehow there is hair in his armpits.
Yeah.
Okay, here's have you ever shaved your armpits completely bald since you went through puberty?
No.
No, but before puberty, I did.
Before puberty, I was shaving those babies regularly.
It's like I get back from Boy Scouts and be like, I know what I'm doing tonight. Let's call.
Is it the irritation?
No,
is it the...
no, you can't shave it. You know why? Because it folds up against each other. So when it gets prickly, you're always feeling that prickliness.
So you have no option to. So that's why.
Yeah, that's why they don't. And the other reason they don't is because it's forgotten. Like the armpits are like the 8th grade of the body hair. Like everyone remembers 7th grade, 9th grade. No one remembers 8th grade. It's just kind of in between. Like 8th. This is so dumb. Armpits are like the offensive linemen of the body. You'll really only notice them when they're causing you issues. And you just can't see them, and that's why I think they're forgotten.
Okay.
Sure.
Here's something though, and I will attest to this. I'm a sweaty person, and so if I'm noticing like under my armpits that I'm sweating more than normal, I'll give a little trim under there because it gets a little hot.
And
so
that makes a difference.
So it does make a difference for me.
But I also feel like the hair absorbs the sweat a little bit. Like it keeps it hanging up in there. It's kind of like hiding.
Gives it somewhere to go.
Yeah, it's like when it's raining, like you go under a tree.
Yeah, I just don't feel like that. I feel like I sweat less, and I don't know. So here's my take then.
So you manscape.
I guess I do. Okay.
You started this so adamant against it.
No, I'm just saying, if I'm manscaping to tell the world that here's my body and here's my, to show I don't know what people want to do for it, but if I'm but if I'm doing it because of just a comfort thing, then fine.
Okay, so if it's out of utility, it's totally fine.
Absolutely.
So what if my t-shirts are just farther away from my chest than I want them to be? Is that a utilitarian reason to shave my chest hair?
Sure.
Well, a little bit, but if it's just because of the look of it, it's not.
Yeah, I agree.
If it has to do with the way it looks, then it's manscaping, and it's not manly.
In conclusion, you guys have persuaded me a little bit. Manscaping is dumb. But if there is some sort of utility and way that it helps my body function better, then fine. But otherwise, if it's straight, if it's
just cosmetic,
I'm totally against it.
And neck down, right? Neck up is okay.
Neck up's fine. Neck down, let it grow.
Baths are way better than showering.
That's stupid.
This is one of the things I'm most passionate about in life. Honestly,
anyone who knows you are a
serial bather and a proud advocate for bathing. Honestly,
you're part of the bathing lobby, right?
Absolutely. The NBAC, the National Bathing Association Community. Honestly, I put it on my resume when we talk about people ask about hobbies and everything. Bathing's right at the top of the list, and I've perfected the art, and I have very compelling reasons why it is not just great, but why it is better than showering.
Talk about quarter-life crisis. Jeez.
Quarter life crisis. Sorry, like I was bathing since before you were born.
No, if that's like the
younger
top
than you.
of the things that you, that's it. Like the things like your pastime that you love and enjoy.
Well, you've obviously never seen me bathe before, otherwise you'd have a
geez.
different opinion.
So
the last thing I want to see.
Are all baths created equal then, or are there certain ingredients that make a bath great?
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
Is there any circumstance in which a bath is inferior to a shower?
Yeah, it is. If you just jump in a small, poorly shaped cylinder and fill it with lukewarm water, then yeah, there's better showers out there. Because honestly, a lukewarm bath, it's not great. Let me tell you why. It's give you very compelling reasons why bathing is better than showering.
Okay, lay it on me.
Number one, bathing soothes the whole body. When you're showering, you just have this little like tinkle of water that just runs down your body. When you're bathing, you're literally immersing your whole body under warm water, and it is soothing your muscles and easing your soul.
I completely disagree. I can be equally as calm and suppressed in a hot shower with my whole body is encompassed with this spraying water all over my face and everything.
I have a question for you. If your calves are sore, you're gonna take a hot shower? No, it's
Hey,
not
Christian, when was the last time your calves were sore?
They're about to be. Like you. Okay. No, like if your calves are sore, you're not getting in a hot shower. You're going to get in a bath, and you're going to sit in there for 45 minutes. And not only is it going to enrich your skin with like antioxidants and just make your skin really nice and shiny and beautiful, but your muscles are going to be released and they're going to be relaxed, and you're going to emerge from that almost like a new person. Hey, guess what? LeBron James just had a really long back to back. He played 45 minutes. Is he getting out of the game and being like, oh, I'm going to take a nice little 5-minute shower and go home? No, he gets in an ice bath, because that is what renews his body and makes him able to perform at a high level night after night. And my bathing helps me perform at a high level night after night. And I think there are a lot of people who appreciate that.
That's up for debate, I think.
No.
I honestly, I could not disagree more.
Okay,
in this
then you
situation.
haven't answered my question. If your calves are sore, you're not
if
getting
my
in
calves are sore, I will still get in the shower. For heaven's sakes, I'll sit down if I have to.
Oh, good. Yeah, move your calves further away from the hot water. That's a great idea. It's not going to do a dang thing for
Here's
you.
the thing. I can't tell you that a bath is more soothing to me than a shower.
Physically.
Fine. Like, here's the thing. I can't sit in a bath for longer than 5 minutes.
That sounds like a personal issue.
Because you get pruny?
No, well, sure, there's that, but it's so hot. Like, my whole body is just so hot.
So what's your take on hot tubs? You're not a hot tub guy?
I'm not a huge hot tub guy. I can be in the hot tub for a little bit, but I most likely have to get out. But for some reason, if I'm in a hot shower, I can stay in it until the water runs out.
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you something. Just because you're bad at math doesn't mean that math isn't important. Okay? So you're obviously a very bad bather. And because you've never been taught, and believe me, I'd love to teach you.
Who taught you?
Oh, I was classically trained from a young age. And I really kind of found myself in the bathtub. Let me tell you something else. Bathing not only soothes the body, but it soothes the soul. I have a question for you. Have you ever been angry inside of a bathtub?
Yeah, my hands are freaking pruny.
No.
And I'm pissed off because I get out and I feel like I'm drained. There's nothing else in me.
Yeah, you might be angry when you get out. That's the problem. I'd like to challenge all of our listeners to try to go and take a bath and be angry. It's impossible. It really is. I've tried it. Nothing infuriates me more than watching a Jazz game and watching them get beat. And you know what my solution to that is?
To go take a nice
nice hot bath. Honestly, Bree will come home and she just hears the bath water running. She's know the Jazz lost.
Okay, so you're not taking baths to clean your body. You're taking baths to soothe your body. So you're
No.
Do you take showers?
I do take showers.
Straight baths.
I take showers in the morning.
Okay.
And the nighttime is for bathing.
Okay, so you're not using baths to get clean.
I am. So this is a very common misconception. People think bathing is a luxury and not a utility. That's very false. You're literally immersing your entire body in soapy fluid water as opposed to the non-fluid water.
And then you're staying in that soapy fluid water while the dirt and grime from your day
I have a question for you.
is also rubbing up against your body.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Kaden, when you do dishes and you've burnt something on a pan, do you just go and like sprinkle it off in the sink and then put it's clean? No, what do? You soak it.
Yeah.
You soak it
and then
real.
I spray water
You soak
on
it real
And then I
good.
spray
It's
it,
okay.
and I-
Actually clean
Okay, but if you want to do that, that's okay. If you want to take a bath and then do a quick rinse off to finish off, then fine. That's like having a mint after a steak. Okay, but your body is soaking and getting clean all over. It's very easy to miss a spot when you shower. We've all done it before, Nate. We've all missed a spot. You ain't missing a spot in the bathtub, I'll tell you that.
Oh, you're missing plenty of spots.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
What?
If I have
ears?
No, if I got a smooth stream of water that's flowing into a dish, this is stupid.
So to be clear, you're bathing in a dish or shower? Okay.
Overall, baths are not where it's more likely you're going to find a shower than a bath.
Okay, it's more likely you're going to find coal than a diamond. You're just making the points for me. I appreciate it.
All I'm just saying is, while you prefer it, you're going to get cleaner in a shower.
And like I said, I disagree.
I think that's really stupid because I sit in a bath and I'm sitting in my own filth.
No, you mean sitting in your own
And
filth.
so I'm sure after you get out of the bath, you're like, you know what? I probably need a shower because I just got crap all over me.
I do encourage you not to poop in the bathtub there, Nate. That might be where you're going wrong.
No, I'm just saying that the dirt and the grit and the grime that you've been sitting in all day is still on you because you just bathed in it.
Okay, so when you wash your hands with a bar of soap, do you throw the soap away?
It doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it is.
Christian.
You're bathing in a giant soap bubble of water. You're bathing in just a giant bowl of soap, and your entire body is getting clean, and that soap is breaking down that grime and getting rid of it. It's like
No, you're still in it.
No,
you're sitting in
it's
it
just
until
like it's like
drains down.
It's like peeing. In
So you're telling me that you don't shower, like rinse off after you finish the bath?
No, I'm never more clean than when I emerge from my 50-minute bath.
50 minutes? That's another thing to talk about. How much time is it taking you to take a bath? How much time does that take away from your family, your friends, and everybody else in part of your life?
I tell you right now, if I had not made bathing such a big part of my childhood and life, we wouldn't be friends. I am the man I am today because of baths. I wouldn't have married Bree. I wouldn't have the children I have. All the greatest blessings of my life are fruits of my bathtub.
I think we've gone way beyond a take here.
I am pro bath. Let the record show that I am pro bath. However, I think it does depend greatly. The quality of your baths depends on the quality and shape of your bathtub.
Very good points. Absolutely.
I currently do not have the greatest tub for a grown man to bathe in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's tough. It's been a real struggle for me.
Yeah.
And I haven't bathed as much as I'd like because my neck gets a crick in it when I sit in the tub for more than 13 minutes.
Yeah,
you know?
This is a great point. Yeah, absolutely. The equipment and the circumstances, that does greatly affect the bath. I would love to have you over to my bathtub sometime so I can show you how it really works.
I would enjoy that. Thank you.
The last thing I'll say is baths are more versatile. You can throw a bath is like a man's soup.
True. Have you had? I'm sure you have bath bombs.
Bath bombs. That's just like it's an amazing experience.
Oh, it's unreal.
Epsom salt, bubbles of all shapes and sizes. It's like
They're
so
usually
much
the
more
same
versatile.
shape, but different sizes. Sure.
And this kind of leads into my last point. Baths are so much more sexy than a shower. Nate, if you went home and you're like, "Hey, Lindsay, I'm gonna go take a bath right now," she is immediately getting turned on.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
She's not at all. She's
No,
like,
she's gonna think
no,
that
first off, she's gonna be like, "But you hate baths," and I'll be like, "Exactly." I'm just gonna go take a shower, and she's like, "Yeah, there you are." But second off, A man in a bath is not sexy.
Oh.
It is not sexy to go and see, oh, there's Mr. Man in there, Tom Selleck in there with his hairy legs
Okay.
up and down.
You're
No,
literally
wait, a
describing
woman?
half
Absolutely.
of women's fantasies.
If half women's fantasies
Yeah.
are that men are in the bath.
Okay, they come upstairs. It's dark. They hear just a little bit of noise from the bathrooms. They're, oh, what's going on over there? They walk in, the lights are dim. There's 3 candles burning, scented mahogany
Their
smell.
man
into
is
the-
in a bath.
and the bubbles are all up to the top, and they're looking just smooth and serene as all get out. Is their man, and they're
No.
looking at her and they say, "Hey, there's
Absolutely
plenty of room.
not. Now I can see
Come
that.
join me."
I can see the join me.
It's so much more. Okay, that's very important. It's way more enjoyable for both parties to be together in a bathtub.
Sure.
Like you go to
Totally.
a shower. Have you ever tried taking a shower with your spouse? One person gets the water, one person doesn't. There's always a loser. There's no losers in a bathtub. There's
Okay,
only
fine.
winners.
Fine. I'll take that baths are more sexy when both parties are involved. But I'm telling you, my wife doesn't get turned on when if she's thinking, "Oh, Nate's going to take a bath."
You take just like 3 classes of my bathing 101 class, and it's going to be completely different.
Changed my life.
It's going to change your life. Baths.
I look forward to that class.
I
hope it changes my thoughts.
In summary, bathing is better for your physical body, for your soul, for your spirit. They're more versatile and they're more sexy. Bathing is better than showering. Thank you and good night. Nate, if my microphone wasn't attached to a pole, I would be dropping it right now.